Good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, all the rest of it. Let's get going. I am late to my desk, so I am going to get set up now. You'll have to endure me getting set up as we go. So, just chill for a minute while I get shit sorted out. And welcome. We're going to watch Germany, Curacao. Let's change the lighting a bit. I want to switch those colors around. That's better. That looks better. That's more German for the Germans. How is everyone? Right. Let's get some things sorted out here. First of all, let's get the vidi printer sorted. So, match. So I have this cool thing where I'll share it actually. I'll share it before we get going. And you can see it because it is quite cool, this thing I built. So I built this using Base 44, which is like a vibe coding app where you can come up with cool things that you're into. So look, this is let's not do it that way. Let's do it, let's change me up a bit. Let's put me in here. Okay, cool, right? So this, I mean, it looks boring, right? I appreciate that, but what I do using this is I put in, so it's connected to an API which shows all football matches specifically. So if I go here and I can see World Cup matches are number 1. So in here I put in the league ID as number 1 and I hit find matches. And it gives me the matches that are happening today. So here is Germany versus Curacao. So I hit that and it gives me the ID, which I save. And now when we go back to me, look at that. There's the score up there and the feed running at the top. So I can run that on like, I don't know, a whole bunch of matches per day. Excuse me while I eat my yogurt. Right. So we've got that sorted. Let's show comments on stage. Drop me comments. Be the first person to leave a comment and I will follow you and say thank you. Okay, now let's go to actually get the game up. I haven't got the game on and it's just started. Germany versus Curacao. Here we go. Can I watch this live here? That's listen live, so I need to go on ITV. Fucking hell, Ben. ITV. Streaming. One thing I love about the World Cup, by the way, already, is the fact that I don't have to play around with any like hooky fire sticky things. It's all on terrestrial television. So I'm just going to log in a moment with my Google account. And no doubt I'll get fed some adverts for a few moments. Kickoff's at 6. Hang on. Is the match at 6 o'clock? Is the match on in another hour? Fucking hell. If it is, hellfire. Although, quite cool time to catch up on a bunch of stuff. Let me have a look. So, yeah, it doesn't start till 6 o'clock. I had it down as 5 o'clock. I've got like another 55 minutes until it gets going. That's annoying. Could have eaten this downstairs. It's like Greek yogurt with raspberries and strawberries. Delish. Delish. Okay, let's take the time then. Now there's no pressure on it. Let's take the time to get it set up nicely. So we'll move that over. We've got our can of Rect. Like here. Here, there it is. We've got some comments up on stage. Someone needs to leave me a first comment. Let me do that myself if you're not going to. Hello. Bang. That's better. Right, I want some other people to start leaving me comments, please. Can you? Can you do that? There's 19 of you watch him, so I should probably share the link with people, right? Right. Okay, let's go to me streaming. Oh, I've had some action today on X. People are furious at me for having an opinion. Okay, let's go to the purge. I'm streaming now and through the Germany versus Curacao. Hope that is how you pronounce it. Match. Just gonna drop the fucking link in there. Who cares? Literally, who cares? Copy link in there. Copy done. Okay, let's watch it then. Curacao fans look absolutely mad for it, by the way. Good for them. Love to see it. Love to see it, genuinely. Right, do I want that full screen or do I just leave it like that? I think if I leave it like that, that looks great. And then, okay, we can start up the arena as well. Let's get that live because I'm hosting on the arena as well. So let's go to arena.social. We can make some bets before the match, actually. That would be good. Why don't we make some bets? Hey, Cindy. Hi. 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 Nice to meet you. Havertz starting up front on his own. Wirtz, Musiala and Sane. Mecha, Pavlovic, and then Brown, Schlotterbeck, Tar and Kimmich. And then Neuer in goal. Nice. I love this. So the ITV, which is a football studio in a broadcasting service in the UK. They're based over in Brooklyn, and you can see from their studio that they've got. They're looking across, like, the Brooklyn Bridge is on the right-hand side, Statue of Liberty's on the left-hand side, and then you've just got all of, like, from Lower Manhattan up towards. You can see the Chrysler Building. You can see, obviously, the World Trade Center. Empire State's in there as well, and then a bunch of the other ones. But it looks great. What an amazing view! Like the best studio I've seen. Sorry, everyone. I would normally have eaten. I rushed up here because I thought the kickoff was 9 minutes ago, and I've got fucking 50 minutes to kill. We can do it though. We can certainly do it. Some top football taking place in the next, like, few hours. I think Germany will be a really interesting match. And I have a feeling they'll just go all in, balls in. I could see them winning by 3 or 4. And then the Netherlands versus Japan. Let's move this fucking mic a bit. Is that better? There we go. Netherlands versus Japan is a game. Like, I think that will be really, really good. Right, all done. Stop listening to me eat now. Sorry about that. But it was delicious. You can all rest assured. It was a really lovely bit of yogurt. Yogurt, however you say it. Right, let's move that out of the way. Right, okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to. I can share it now with more people as well. Right, let's get fucking going now, shall we? Let's let's have a good couple of hours. Here, right. Live for the next 3 hours. Wanna come talk football? Right, well, while we're here, let's talk about a few things. Am I all set up now? I'm just trying to think. Right, okay, I was getting sorted on Arena, wasn't I? That was the one thing I needed to do. That's all sorted, so I can just chill my fucking boots then with that. And then one of the things I want to do is share some of the stuff that's been going on Twitter today, on X, because I've been getting some flack. That is for sure. A lot of Curacao fans in attendance. Where is Curacao? Is it Caribbean? Is it? Let's have a look. Curacao is a Dutch, in my mind, it's like a Dutch country. Yeah, Dutch Caribbean island known for its beaches tucked into coves, its expansive coral reefs rich with marine life. The capital, Willemstad, has pastel-coloured colonial architecture, floating Queen Emma Bridge, and the sand-floored 17th century synagogue. It's also a gateway to western beaches like Blue Bay and popular diving sites. That sounds beautiful. Has anyone here ever been? Wow, they're at the World Cup, right? And they've got a population of 155,000. That's it. 155,000 people. And they are at the World Cup. I would love to know which country has got the lowest... Sorry, which World Cup attending country did so with the lowest population? That would be cool to know. I don't know what this shite is that they're showing here on ITV. I need to probably just like throw it out of my mind for a minute. Anyway, right, so we weren't doing that. We were just getting live on Arena. Okay, so live streams. Create your live stream pro, right? And we'll make sure we copy pasta exactly what we had before. So it was Germany versus Curacao World Cup 26. Stream settings are done. I don't want to gate it. Start the stream now. Are we live? Are we going or what? I'm just sorting out what's happening on Arena. Waiting for screen share. Should be live, my bro. It should be live. Control the stream through your streaming software. I am, man. It is set. No. Stream info. Yeah. Why is that not going live now then? It should be live. Do you have to do that first? Oh well. It may be that I don't do that one today. I'm having trouble streaming. Okay, I needed to have done the destination. Oh well, we will remove that one today. Remove, and we'll come back to the Arena later. That's fine. That's one less thing to do today. Right, let me share my screen, and I'll bring up X, and we can talk a bit about what's been going on, because there's been some funny conversations happening today. So I also might be having a guest come up here, and then we can talk about what is going on here. Is everything else good? Yes, we are good. Go. Right. So I'm just going to move my X back over to here. Right, and I can share my screen for a minute. I'll share my screen. See if my buddy's going to come up and join me for a bit. I'm getting really just absolutely dismayed with the state of the way that transfers are released now in football. Like, it's turned into a mess. It's turned into a point where, like, I don't know, where journalists, fan media, and purchasing clubs are forcing they're forcing transactions through via, like, just media bullshit. And it's really, I'm finding it really difficult to deal with, like, as a fan. So I'll talk to you a little about what I mean. So let me just share my screen a minute. Share this tab instead. And what can I do? I need to think about how I'm going to bring this up. What would it look like if I bring up this? Yeah, you can't really see that very well though, can you? So let's see if I can change it up a bit more. If I do that, yeah, that looks better. That looks better. So what we're looking at here is my X feed, okay? And I will just bring a bit bigger. There we go. And then I'll make that smaller. Okay, great. So, and then I'll bring the football in when it gets started. We've got 40 minutes, so we've got plenty of time to get going with it. So things like this, for example, like Real Madrid reached verbal agreement to sign Marc Cucurella from Chelsea. Here we go. So a verbal agreement is in place between all parties. Player 2, he's left. He's the left back wanted by Mourinho. Sorry, details to follow. I find it all incredibly disrespectful now that Real Madrid don't get to say goodbye appropriately and then talk about how a player is leaving and wish them well. And, like, really, like, as the selling club, it's on them to be the announcing party. And I'm just trying to understand how Fabrizio Romano has become this person that is effectively allowed to distribute this news, because for me, he feels so irresponsible with that, like, so shit with that responsibility. Like, the way he last year broke the fact that Isak wanted to leave Newcastle United effectively led to Liverpool and Newcastle having a very, very difficult time making the transaction happen. And I'm kind of like, I feel like the clubs should have the power and should be able to turn around to this guy and be like, who the fuck are you? Like, go away. Because all he does is farm engagement and make fans generally quite miserable. And so, you know, I'll talk a bit like what that leads to and the kind of nonsense that I've got wrapped up in today, because I have, and you can see, so there's a few posts that I've done today that have been doing numbers. One of them this morning. So Jurgen Klopp, football is being held hostage by executives sitting in air-conditioned offices. The breaks that are being presented as a shield for player welfare are effectively, are not a weapon against the heat. They are nothing more than a golden cage built for sponsors. Like, I could not agree more with that, and I spoke about it this morning. The hydration breaks are bullshit. They are utter bullshit. I watched Morocco-Brazil last night, and I can tell you what I saw was 59 minutes of football being played over a 90-minute game. and the rest of the time people were on the floor taking longer free kicks, giving people instruction, even though they said that this wasn't going to happen, and then ultimately bringing drinks on and hydrating people and giving instruction, without requiring those breaks. And what you saw in the first half particularly was Morocco coming out of the traps. Absolutely, they looked fantastic. They looked like a great team. And I'll talk a little bit more about that, particularly Buhana, who I thought was just fantastic, because it's another one of my posts. Hey Emmy, how you doing? Happy Sunday. I'm here ranting about football. Nice to see you, my love. I hope all is good at your end. Enjoy your Sunday lunch if that's what you're having. So yeah, I think that these hydration breaks are nothing more than an opportunity for FIFA to farm out more advertising revenue, and I think it's shit because I think it's actually changing the way the game's played. That's the point I was making. Morocco came out like a fucking absolutely out of the traps like nothing else. They looked fantastic. Diaz put that incredible ball through for their striker, whose name escapes me, beginning with an S. And he had a deft little dink over the top. It looked fantastic. Then we have the hydration break, and then Ancelotti gets a hold of his team. And that should never have been the case. It should have been 40 minutes before 45 minutes and added on time before Ancelotti gets a hold of his team. Maybe by that point Morocco are clear and dry. Like, you don't know how that would have gone. Ancelotti then at half time changes the fullback and Casemiro, who was absolutely stationary yesterday, and they come out and a better team again. Maybe that change is being informed by the conversations they've been having. Ultimately, the point I'm trying to make is there's absolutely no justification for these fucking changes that they're making. And if you look at the comments in my post, we've done 45,000 impressions today. I've got 52 comments in there who are saying similar. Snowy, didn't I predict something similar to this? Yep, agree. All for the love of money. Some dickhead saying you'll adapt. Why are you complaining? Hosting a tournament isn't cheap. Well, hang on. When you're FIFA, the tournament is what the tournament is. Don't be mad at capitalism. I'm not mad at capitalism. Make all the money you need to make, but don't change the fucking game. Don't change the game, because the game is the game, and it has been the game for hundreds of years now. So there's absolutely no reason to change the game. Makes me mad as hell. Boycott anyone who advertises halfway through a game. Well, I don't think boycott people who want to advertise. Just don't fuck with the sport. Give them other things to do. Happy Sunday, Zach. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Oh, that was it. I didn't go to Predictfully and let people know that I was hosting. Oh shit, that's the wrong link. I nearly sent them the link to come and join me. Trust. Okay, go and. Sorry guys, I'm just letting a few more people know that we are live. Anyway, so that was one post I did this morning, but I was talking about Fabrizio Romano and how much it annoys me. So let's go back to so that was hydration breaks. That's probably been the most engagement I've had today. The other one was this guy. Fucking this clown, right? I said, a player puts in 90 quality minutes and you want him signed. No idea of his contract, no idea of his agent, his commitments, no regard for the work that your club is already doing behind the scenes to sign the potential signings you've been fucking bleating on about for the last 6 months. No, we want him, we'll have him. You're absolutely deluded. This is the point I was making, and this is because this fucking guy was immediately on this morning about Bouadi, who was sensational last night. Like, 18 years old, plays for Lille in France. He looked the real deal for Morocco last night. So what does this dude, this Man United fan, come out to do today? Takes to AI, sticks the same lad in a Manchester United kind of shirt, takes to YouTube and basically says, I don't care what you have to do, get it done. And I just think it's so disrespectful. It's so entitled. Because he could have come here today and said, let's talk about Morocco-Brazil. He's one to watch. What a player. He's the kind of player we should be looking to sign. He's the kind of player that I feel understands the Manchester United way. Like, that is a respectful way to talk about a great player. Instead, he says, his value is only going to go up. We need to be negotiating right now, get him signed. And I just think, why the fuck would he choose you anyway? Like, you talk about the food chain. There's a reason Elliot Anderson is being bid on for 120 million by Manchester City. And it's because them and Arsenal and probably Liverpool are the big dogs in the league right now. And I think Manchester United fans at the moment are living in absolute cuckoo land. And that kind of like spills over into, they replied to me, by the way, and they were like, after one game, we've been courting him for the last 6 months. You haven't been courting, you've just been saying that you like him. Even going as far as to enlisting Sir Alex Ferguson to win him over. What? A 86-year-old that hasn't been in the game for nearly 20 years. Come on, guys. Like, I love Fergie. I love what he represented. But he's gone. He's gone, and Man United aren't that team anymore. And the sooner you guys get to grips with the fact that they ain't that team anymore, the better. Absolute fucking trash. Anyway, sorry, but they really got to me. And then that spilled over again when I started talking. Oh, this one. Oh my god, I'm so tired of this. Right. So this comes off the back of Fabrizio, another one of his fucking stupid posts earlier about Lewis Hall. And I have to say, it's really Geordie Josh did a really funny follow-up, because if you actually look at the Fabrizio post, you will laugh your cock off. But I've got loads of, in fact, I want to have a quick look at this one because I've only done 4,000 numbers on it. I expected to do more given the number of people that have done it. These are content creators, Ben. This is their job to garner attention. I said, oh, fuck off. You genuinely live in cuckoo land and are in denial that he's going to leave. The point I'm trying to make here, everyone, is that Fabrizio Romano today said, I've got confirmation that Manchester United have kept in contact with Lewis Hall's agent because they want to sign him. Well, the last time I remember looking, Lewis Hall was 3 years longer in contract, and Newcastle United were the owner of his playing rights. And so if you want to start keeping in contact with people before you fucking sign them, maybe the best thing to do is go to the club and make an offer. You know, like you were supposed to do with Elliot Anderson? Oh, wait, now he's going for 120 million and you can't make an offer. Yeah? Like you were going to for Sandro Tonali. Oh, wait, he's 100 million to buy, and so you can't afford to go and buy him. And you've said so today, apparently. Same journalist. The point I'm trying to make here is you're not going about this the proper way. And the way that the fan accounts and all of these people are reporting about it is, frankly, crass, sickening, entitled, just total dickhead behaviour. Total, like, not the Man United way. This is not the way they used to conduct themselves. I think this is why I get like it. Like, I'm not a Man United fan, but I have been around the Man United story for nearly 40 years. And I can tell you the way that these fans are behaving and the way that like all of this story around, like, let's go and get Buani, let's go and get Lewis Hall, we should get Sandro Tonali. Why haven't we bought Fernandes yet? How can he be worth 85 million? We're Man United. We don't, like, this is not the Man United way. The Man United way is figure out which players you want, go get your players, do your business diligently and quietly, and then go about your business of winning trophies and winning the league. That's how Sir Alex Ferguson used to behave. That's how he used to conduct himself. And the way that I'm watching people at the moment conduct themselves is honestly really, really cringe. Fucking Goldbridge, that Beth girl, Romano, everyone of the United stand. That lad that I was having a go at earlier. I've seen other ones as well. Old Trafford Signal and all of these other people. Like, have some fucking shame. Have some shame. Have a little bit of like a sit back and think about the way that you're speaking. Because right now, it ain't it. I'm telling you, it ain't it. Someone here saying to me, he's an absolute melt. Go back and look at the players they're saying they want to come to the club, who have just extended the period to pay off their 550 million debt. Exactly. Well, you think you're going to go out and buy Fernandes for 85 million, and the other lad that's just come in, is it Emerson? I can't remember that came in. Oh yeah, and we'll have Tonali as well. Oh yeah, and we'll have Lewis Hall as well. And let's go and get this absolute wonder kid that's just played and showed Vinicius Junior up against Brazil for Morocco. Let's go get him too. Like, come on. You're going to pick up 2 players tops, and they're going to be players who you go to the club first and the club says it's okay. You need to remember as well, okay, PSR puts Newcastle in a difficult position, but Newcastle United aren't a selling club. They're the richest club in the world. They don't sell players because they have to sell players. They sell players because it's the right moment for them to sell. Anthony Gordon, the right moment for them to sell. Selling him out of the Premier League. Okay? Didn't intend to have that rant, honestly. But you're blaming these guys when you have no clue if this is being leaked by United. The one thing about Man United, the United stand, is they only report on things they read from different journalists, including the likes of Luckhurst. Yeah, including the likes of Ben Jacobs, who the other day said that Elliot Anderson would not go for anywhere near 100 million because his contract was complex. And if he was relegated with Nottingham Forest, it would be even less. And he suggested it was a bit like McAllister, who went to Liverpool from Brighton for 35 million. And he literally made that comparison. And now a couple of weeks on, we're looking at Elliot Anderson. He's being bid on for 125 million. Emmy, I love that you like the football sass. I have got my knickers in a knot today. I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off with the way people are behaving and people are talking. It's really upsetting me. That's nice. I'm going to reply to a few of these if you don't mind. You're blaming these guys when you have no clue. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying that there is no proof and that nothing has come from the club or the player. I have this thing called Whisper Flow. I don't know if you've ever used it. I can hit my function button and just talk to my laptop and it types for me. Fucking great. Yeah, I get that from a lot of Man United fans. Doesn't stop him, though, with all of this nonsense. Okay, next one. Fabrizio Romano doesn't report fake news. But he isn't reporting any news here. He's literally just saying that agents have kept in touch with agents. What the fuck is that even supposed to mean? There. I can bring Emmy down now. I think we'll get Lewis Hall. I'll be surprised if we don't. Okay. Well, you'll have to pay £70 million. So, have you got that? Okay, United Synergy. I saw this one. Why would a player lessen his financial position handing in a transfer request when it can be done without? The window's not even open yet. It's early days and likely go on building more than this talk. Oh, fuck off. I'm going to reply to him. He's joining Manchester United and we will treat him right, unlike Newcastle. Oh, yeah? So you're dropping Luke Shaw then, are you? If you can pay £70 million, then knock yourselves out. But I don't think you can. Clickbait vultures. Yeah, they got me. They got me. They got me. Okay. That's that one done. Okay, I'm just going to quickly check the rest of my X-Men and see if any of these fuckers are saying anything. Exactly what I've been saying. Just one performance and suddenly he should be our midfield target. Nobody cares his performance last season or now he's been performing. Very delusional set of fans. Right, this is exactly it. He looks like an incredible talent. But I'd like to think that Man United have spent the entire last season identifying their targets and lining them up. Proclaiming that the right thing to do is go buy this guy off the back of one performance is mental. This is what I'm trying to be, by the way. I just want people to know this. When I'm creating football content, like I'm in my 40s, I'm not fucking... I don't want to be famous. I don't care about all of these impressions and this shit. I just want to be, and would love to surround myself with, people that genuinely enjoy and understand the game and don't want to be dickheads. Like, it's fine. If Lewis Hall wants to go to Manchester United go to Newcastle United with, I think it will take 65 to 70 million pounds. And I don't know what the structure of that deal looks like, whether there's a load of it up front and then some of it's based on performance or whatever. But I think that's the amount, and I'd be surprised if Newcastle don't want most of it up front, given the fact that he's in contract and they want him and they don't have another fucking left back. So if that's the plan, like, go make the offer and then Newcastle accept the offer and then go agree terms with the with the player and do it in that order. Someone just giving me Ace Ventura. Welcome to the club. Yeah, I know. He's good, but Jesus Christ, you lot sold Gordon for 70 million. He's an attacker. He probably go for 60 million tops. So I think he will, unless the club have some... Okay, right. So here's the point. Right, here's the point. I understand what you're saying. But he's 21 years old. And with the exception of O'Reilly at Man City, easily the best left back England have produced since Ashley Cole. So if you want an amazing left back who will continue to develop, fucking hell, did that work? Who will continue to develop, yeah, for the next 6 to 8 seasons. That says sessions. Then 70 million is not too much. There we go. Reply. Right. So there we go. Cucurella then off to Manchester, after Real Madrid. That's sad. I thought he was. I mean, obviously, Chelsea didn't qualify for European competition, did they? So with that in mind, that's it. They've lost him. That's a real shame because I loved watching him in the Premier League. In fact, Cucurella is a Premier League player. He's not a La Liga player. Like, he'll be bored. What do La Liga have? Like 5 or 6 games that are good? In the Premier League, every game is a battle. And Cucurella was top. Great pro. Really good to watch. I'll tell you what though, I fucking love that new Madrid shirt with the red stripes. My Newcastle United shirt is coming tomorrow. My barcode. In fact, I bought that and the training top, and the training top is absolutely stunning. So I'll show you that in a minute. Right, let's have a look at what some other people are saying. What's that? 25 to 30 million book profit. Why such a rush for that? So Real Madrid reach agreement with Chelsea to sign Marc Cucurella, 27-year-old left back, joins Real Madrid for 60 million to 55 million fixed and 5 million in bonuses. Right. I will answer the question again then of why Lewis Hall is worth 70. How old is Marc Cucurella? Marc Cucurella is 1998. Fuck me. Oh my god, I'm so old. Mark Cucurella is 27 years old. And how much contract did he have left with Chelsea? With Chelsea, it expired in 29, which is in 3 years, pretty much exactly. So he had 3 years left on his contract. He's 27. So if they sign him on a 3 or 4 year deal, then he is going to be 31 when he's done. There's no resale value, right? He goes for 15, 20 million. Maybe he stays for 5 years. Maybe he goes on a free at the end of it. Like, who knows? Maybe someone comes in and buys him for 12 million at the back end of his career. But like that's his move, right? So 55 to 60 million for a 27-year-old left back who had 3 years left on his contract. Okay. You've got the same length of contract for Lewis Hall at Newcastle United. He's 21. He's English. And as an English team, you know you're paying a tax on that. And people are trying to tell me he's not worth 70 million. What the like, there you go. Cucurella has literally... I'm posting this. I'm posting it. I am posting it. Right. So we will re-quote tweet that and we will say, this signing has just 100% validated Lewis Hall's £70 million transfer value. 21 years old. 3 years left on his contract. Huge resale value in 5 years. Man United either need to put up or shut up. And then I will tag. Who will I tag? Beth. Where's Beth? I actually really like Beth. I think she's an excellent presenter. I think she's got great hustle. I think she turned 25 years old yesterday. And that was what her post was saying. World at her feet. She can be whatever she wants to be in the space. So good on her. I will not say a bad thing about her and her style. I just think occasionally she can talk utter shite. But, you know, fair play to her. Mark Goldbridge at the United stand. Who's that dickhead I was talking to earlier as well? No, we'll just do that. Okay, well, this signing is just 100% validated. Lewis Hall 70 million transfer valuation. 21 years old, 3 years left on his contract. Huge resale value in 5 years. Man United even need to put up or shut up. Done. Post. There you go. Fuck you. So mad. I'm so mad. Right, what time are we on? 44. 15 minutes until the football starts. Let's have a look at Toshi Bet if we want a minute, and make a couple. Should we make a couple of bets before the game starts? Fancy that? I will show you my my World Cup challenge. Look, this was the site I built the other day. I did it during a stream. So this is the dashboard I built. And basically it was $500 to $10,000 was my plan, right? And like Bertie Big Balls, I thought I was going to do it quick time. I thought it was done and dusted. How wrong I was. But if you go to my bets, look at this. First 4 bets, 1, 1, 1, 1. And I thought, come on. And then Qatar absolutely killed me yesterday. That would have been 5 in 5. I had Brazil to beat Morocco, but I only put $15 on it. I kind of made a bit of a pact with myself for the first round of group stage games. I would just go small bets, just to try and get a feel for it, see where people were at, and then for the second round and third round of the group stage, start to go a bit more with size, because I obviously need to get from $500 up to 10,000, and I thought, well, if during that first round I can get from 500 up to maybe like $1,000, then I can afford to like stick a couple of $100 here and there on things and start to really motor up like the amount that I've got. And I was looking good for that, you know, $83, $76, $50. I was looking, okay, this is great. And then yesterday I lost 50, 15, and 10. So what's that? 65, 75. But my Haiti Scotland one did win me 54. So yesterday I was actually only down $20. So that's okay. My total, therefore, at the moment is I'm up $207. I'm on 707, having started on 500, and I've got $145 committed to the next few bets. So if we go back to my bets, you can see what they are. Here they are. So I've got Germany to win tonight. I've got Netherlands to beat Japan. I put that bet on after I saw that Endo is out for Japan, which I think is a real shame. Great player. I've stuck I've stuck $50 on that at 2-1 the Netherlands. So that'd be 100 return. That would be great. I've then got Ecuador to beat the Ivory Coast, which would be $60, and then I've got Sweden to beat Tunisia, be another 100 back. If these go my way, I am going to be in a really nice spot where I'm probably up about $400, so I'm up to like $900, and then going into the next fixtures, I can start adding with a bit more size. I'm a bit torn about something. I don't know what to do about it. I have a rule, and my rule is don't bet on the team you support. But I also said that in this tournament, there would be 104 matches and I would make 104 bets. So if we assume that England are going to win the World Cup, that means they've got a final, a semi-final, a quarter-final, a 16, a 32, 1, 2, 3. So you have 8 games. So that takes my 104 down actually to 96 games. So what I could do is I could say, right, I will bet on them, but I'm only going to bet $20. That way, if it loses, it doesn't kill me. And I have kept my word and made a bet for every match of the tournament. I've got all of the fixtures here, so we can track exactly what's what, which is great. I'm going to add another section after that, which basically allows me to show the brackets, because I love that. I've also got a tab here for my live streams. So Mexico was the first match I did. Last night I did Brazil, Morocco. Tonight I've got Germany, Curacao. Tomorrow, Spain, Cape Verde. France, Senegal. I can't wait for that game. England, Croatia. I've said I'm going to do England, Croatia. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm feeling a little bit like if I stream that match, you're all going to see me for what I really am, which is just a fucking loudmouth lout. Because I will get mad if that doesn't go the way I want it to go. So we'll see. Maybe I will. I'll definitely do the Ghana match and the Panama match because I think we're more likely to win those games. But the Croatia one I'm a bit nervous about doing. Scotland, Morocco is going to be a cracker. Like, Scotland now top that league. All they need to do is have even if it's a goalless draw for one of the other 2 matches, they've qualified. They're through. So that's pretty smart. Like, so Scotland have literally got it in front of them, and then of course Morocco drew, so they absolutely they know that if they lose, then they have to basically score more against Haiti than Brazil did, or go through as a one of the third places. But the third places, as I believe, are going to get difficult draws. So Morocco need to do more about it. I think that's going to be a great game. When is that? Friday at 11 p.m. Fucking hell, another late night. Netherlands, Sweden, I think will be a good one next Saturday. Belgium, Iran. It's not the game I'm looking forward to the most, actually, if I'm honest, in that group. I was looking forward to Belgium, Egypt. I'm assuming that is a late nighter, which is why I'm not doing it. France, Iraq will be good. England, Ghana, I'll definitely do. Scotland, Brazil. Oh, I can't wait for that one. I'm really excited about the Scotland group. Scotland, Brazil, Morocco. I just think 3 teams just really get to go toe to toe so early. Ecuador, Germany. This should be a good one. Let's see how Germany do tonight. Turkey, USA. So Turkey are effectively out if they get beaten by the USA. USA came out of the blocks and looked great, albeit Paraguay didn't turn up at all, and it was a real shame. I think USA got given a let off there. Truly, I'm not being disrespectful to USA. They played the team in front of them and they played them very convincingly. But I don't think Paraguay put up any kind of a fight whatsoever. It was a bit abject for me. So Turkey have got to go into that and win it. Panama, England. My expectation there is that Harry Kane cements his golden boot opportunity. I'm going to watch that alongside Croatia, Ghana, because that's the group closer. And then we get into the knockouts, which should be a lot of fun. You'll notice I'm not going to be actually covering the quarterfinals. And the reason I'm not going to be doing the quarterfinals is because I will be in Lisbon, going to a music festival for a couple of days. It's been booked for a while. So, but we'll see if we can capture some cool content from there. By the way, if you come here to this site, let me just grab the URL for a minute, and I'll go to my X account, and I will go find my live stream, and I'll drop it in the comments. So if you go to the comment section of this stream on X, and I'll just say track my $500 to $10,000 challenge. There you go. Done. So that's a post in there. You can come to this site, and if you're on this site, one of the things you can do, if you fancy it, is you can drop me a comment. So I've got some comments in here already, but I've got like a comments wall where people can track what's going on. So yeah, this was a bit of fun. I think it's a really neat site, actually. I'm really pleased with it. Right, so where are we up to? Let's go back to full screen. Here we are. Thanks for enduring my little face down in the bottom corner there. I said I was going to place some bets. Right, let me do that quickly. I'll jump on. So it's going to be on Toshi Bet, and actually I'd need to add these to my tracker. So what I'll do is I'll as the teams are actually walking out. What have I got? 7 minutes. So we've got 7 minutes to do it. So let's do that. Let's go back down to here, there. Okay, so I'll go Toshi Bet. Toshi.bet. Right. So you can't see it on the screen here, sorry, because I need to VPN in, but here I am. So I'm on Toshi Bet now. I'm going to sports. Let's do an extra bet for the... So if I go into my admin panel and I'll place it alongside it. So let's go add a bet. The game is going to be for the Germany Curacao. Should we do both teams to score or the correct score? Let's do correct score. Because I said earlier, I think the Germans win this 4-0. Do you think I'm nuts? Here we go. Right, Germany versus Curacao. And I'm saying correct score. Both teams to score. Handicap, Germany total, Curacao total. Correct score. Here we go. Right, so I'm going to go Germany 1, 2, 3, 4. Curacao 0. 4-0 is 6.5 to 1. There you go. Let's stick 25 bucks on it. Okay. So selection pick. I'm saying Germany 4-0 Curacao. Stake. I'm putting in 25 bucks. The odds are 6.50. So that's 162.50 winning. That is correct. I will... Oh, fucking hell, I'm not logged in. Dickhead, Ben. Sorry. Give me a second. Hopefully that doesn't... I don't lose that bet. Nope, still got it. And I'm still logged in. Did I get it? No, I lost it. Bet slip. Is it still there? It's still there. 25 bucks. There it is. 162.50 place bet. 162.50 public visibility place bet. Cool. Right. So there you go. So if you now go to my bets in here, bang, you can see I've put that on. Pick, correct score, Germany 4, Curacao 0. 25 bucks on it will pay me back $162. That would be a great one to move things forward with. So that's placed. I did that with Toshi Bet. You can see Toshi Bet here on my site. Click that through. You go all the way through. You can create your account. Great bunch of guys. Fun casino to be a part of. Great sports book. So looking forward to it. Right. Let me see. Are we started yet? ITV. Yeah, they're doing national anthems. Right. So I'm going to bring this page over here. Oof. Right. And this is Curaçao's very interesting national anthem. Jesus Christ, who's playing this? By the way, one of the things I'm hoping for is what shirt are they playing in? Because Curacao, I think, have probably got the best away shirt in the entire tournament. So if Germany are at home today, you will expect them to be playing in white. So no, Curacao are probably going to be in their blue home strip. But the Curacao away shirt is absolutely class. Oh, very quickly, before we do get going, I was going to show you the Newcastle shirts that I bought. So let me quickly share this tab instead. Here we go. And just close that so I can see it. So let's go to here. This is me. Come on, here we go. Right. My Newcastle shirts haven't arrived yet. I was a bit pissed off because I ordered them on like Tuesday, I think. Wednesday morning, it was the 10th. You see Wissa. What a badass he looked in that fucking Congo suit with the leopard skin. Absolutely cool as hell. Okay. Where are they? Right, there they are. So this is the Newcastle shirt that I bought. The barcode. I like it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think people are going to be gutted that they didn't buy one of these when the one with the when the sponsor gets put on it. The fact that as a Newcastle fan, I've never known a time where I could own a shirt with no sponsor. And if we go on and do something mad like win the FA Cup, then it will be cult classic forever. And then we also have, look at that beauty on Sandro Tonali. So it's like the Germany 94 strip. Ugh, what an absolute beaut. Anyway, right, let's come away from this. We're going all in on this here. And let's move over. Okay, the teams are all ready to go. I'm going to post my 4-0 actually. Let's go. Lineup. So Manuel Neuer, Nathaniel Brown, Nico Schlotterbeck, Jonathan Tah. I like Jonathan Tah. Joshua Kimmich, Felix Mencha, Alexander Pavlovich, Florian Wirtz, Musiala, Leroy Sané, and then Kai Havertz up front. Interesting. Havertz obviously had a great Champions League final. Where's their subs bench? Oh, they're going to show these guys first. So Curacao. Don't know any of these guys. Room, Fonville, Obispo, Bazur, and Florianas. Then Bakuna is their captain. Chong, another Bakuna. I wonder if they're related. That would be cool. Comencia, Sontije Hansen, and Locardia are there. Locardia is their striker, number 9. They're playing 4-2-3-1. Same kind of formation that quite a lot of teams have come in. This stadium looks absolutely class. I think I'm not sure where they're playing it. I know that the Japan-Netherlands game is in Detroit later on. I probably need to turn the volume down actually so that you all can't hear it. Sorry. There we go. Right, so we're off. We are off. I'm just going to share that one I did earlier. Right, World Cup challenge. Here it is. Very good, very nice. Right, here and here. How many have I got you watching? 1, 2, 3. Can some of you give me a retweet, please? Because it will get more people in. We're live now. The match is on. Curacao, right to left, are in their navy blue home strip, sadly, with their yellow shorts and their blue socks. And then Germany in their white, black and white, shooting from left to right. And I expect this to be an education for Curacao, if I'm absolutely honest. We'll see how they get on, but my expectation here is this is a romp from Germany. Let's see, they're straight in possession. Also going to have to bring up my formation so I can start to see the squads. Right, let's head over to X quickly and say I need to do a couple of things here. So let's grab the match and get the link here. Copy link. In that one there. 4-0 to the Germans. Because it's what they do. I'm live. Done. And we're on. Paste. Germany straight in here. Ooh. Sane looked like he was on the run there. I think Sane's grown his hair out. Who's number 19? It is Sane. Yeah, he's grown his hair long. Okay. Germany. Bang. Okay. Right. Tag. Toshi Bet. Done. And I better make it paid partnership. 4-0 to the Germans because it's what they do. I'm live. Pull up. Post. Okay. Right, we're live. 125 of you watching. Right. So let's get that a bit there. Oh, it's warm in here. Okay. Curacao on a bit of a break. Lovely to see. Right. They've got a lad who's got a lot of energy and awesome hair. Kind of Valderrama-esque hair. Love to see it. Got no idea what I'm looking at here, by the way, with Curacao whatsoever. Nagelsmann is obviously the German coach. Just seen him there on the side, looking very casual. Let's have a look at the Germany shirt too. They obviously always have a Nice looking jersey. Sadio Mane, Sane on the ball. Yeah, you're not going to get far like that, lads. Curacao are not going to maintain possession there very well. Jonathan Tah, that's the lad that's in Munich, right? He's a player. Okay, so lovely challenge. Absolutely beautiful challenge that from Christ, one of the German lads, number 17. So that would be Wirtz, Florian Wirtz. Wow, and he's a big boy, isn't he? 23. Who's that 23 for? That's Mencha for Germany. Big lad. Yeah, I reckon I'd go as far as saying he might be the biggest lad on the pitch. He is a tall boy. Big, strapping midfielder. Love to see it. Right. Let's see where we get. Right, I can close that down now. And I can close that down now. Okay, I think that's done. So let's turn you down. Ooh, lovely. Right, so let's see. It's been a little bit frantic start, but I think Germany look a bit more assured in possession. Curacao, I would say, oh, that's an absolutely exceptional pass. Through it goes. Oh my God. Okay, so number 10 for Germany is Musiala, and he's going to wish he did better than that. Exceptional ball got through the eye of a needle, very similar to the Morocco goal last night. Oh, what a great goal. What a goal. And Mencha, the big lad I was just talking about from midfield, that was just effortless from Germany. 4-0 isn't going to be enough. 5 minutes in, 4-0 isn't going to be enough. Germany are going to absolutely romp this lot, and I can tell you that already. Absolutely exceptional goal that. It was just beautiful, quick touch football, and Mencha with his right foot, outside of his right foot, instep of his right foot, has just curled it in. I think I'm saying that from memory. I've not seen a replay yet, which is outrageous. I think the coverage has been crap, by the way. Yep, picked it up, 1-2, very quick 1-2, and yeah, as I said, right foot, instep. Wirtz has just 1-2'd with him around the outside of the player. Not dissimilar, actually, a finish to Vinicius Jr. yesterday. Not nearly as kind of like with as much venom, but still just very quick 1-2, and then whipped it around the defender. Keeper had no chance, side netting, and off we go. 1-0 Germany. Won't be long before they bring on Nick Voldemata. They'll make all 5 changes here by 75 minutes because they'll be so far ahead. They're on the break again, Germany. They're in. Oh my God. And so this is what happened beforehand. Germany had a break. Looked like they should have made a block. The Curacao defender made the block, but the midfielders that should by that point have tracked back are stood fucking watching. They're literally on the halfway line. Oh, Dick Advocat. God, I haven't seen him in a while. So he's the coach for Curacao. Oh, he'll be pulling his hair out. Ex-Rangers coach and many other teams. Dick Advocat, I think he might have had Ajax for a time. Oh, well, there you go. I tell you what, if it does go 1, 2, 3, 4 and beyond, I'll probably wrap this one up early and see if I can come back for the Japan match. Seeing as we had that early hour there of me just chatting utter drivel, and doing my tweets. Hope you all don't mind that. Who's that on the ball now? There he is again. Same lad. Wow. Took a shot from 22 yards out. What's his name, this lad? Mencha. Number 23. I don't know who he is. Right, let's look up Mencha. No doubt Man United fans will be saying they want to buy him tomorrow. In fact, that's quite funny. I might post that later on. After the first 5 minutes, I would agree. Someone's just said they think it'll be more than 4. 4-0 to the Germans. Right. This is strong. Mark Goldbridge said the same thing, and I just laughed and said, 1 game. Because we all know nobody ever heard of him and seen the kid yesterday. Right, here's where I'll do it. Where's his name? Mecha. They'll be demanding that they sign. Where is it? Mecha. Okay. Right, so who is Mecha? Mecha. Felix Mecha, German footballer, plays for Borussia Dortmund. Number 8, 1.9 meters. I told you he's a big lad. Born in the year 2000, 25 years old. And let's have a look at his record quickly before we go back and make sure that they scored again yet. No, good. Because I'm on the same screen. Oh, interestingly, he went and did. He was at Manchester City. Didn't know that. So he was a young lad that came through Manchester City, then went to Wolfsburg. Borussia Dortmund signed him 2023 on a 5-year deal. His transfer was controversial for Dortmund supporters due to comments on social media posts made by him in the past, which were regarded as homophobic and transphobic. Bless him. He scored his. I bet you that's just a fucking. I don't envy. When I say bless him, I don't mean, oh, isn't it sad that he's getting told off for that. If he's done it, then it is bad. But I don't envy these young men that get thrust into the limelight and, without necessarily the right coaching in terms of how to present themselves and what the right things to say are. Saying something in jest sometimes doesn't make you bigoted. It makes you in the wrong position at the wrong moment. And I think a lot of these young lads go through that. He scored his first goal for Dortmund in a 1-0 away victory against Newcastle United at St James's Park in the Champions League. That's why I'd obviously erased him from my brain. Right, let's go back here. 11 minutes in, still 1-0, all Germany. How much did I get on Germany? The odds for Germany were 1.03, so a $20 bet earned me. I was joking with Jason about it. I'm going to make 60 cents. So really, I need that 4-0 to come in just for this to have been fucking worthwhile. Loving this ref cam, by the way. Oh yeah, it showed a great view of that goal. Ball whipped out. Interestingly, so the way these guys have set up, by these guys I'm talking about Germany, Havertz is their forward with the number 7 shirt on, but he's sitting a bit deeper. So they're kind of making, they've got that front 3 that sits behind Havertz, which is Sane, Musiala, and Wirtz, who are just making little darting, dinking runs through the line. And poor Curacao don't know which way he's fucking up so far. They are literally 11 men camped in the half now, with Germany just passing along the back line. and very, very difficult to dispossess, I would suggest. Very, very difficult to dispossess. Right, let's have a look at so who's number 6? So Kimmich. He's moving well forward, the right back. And Brown on the other side has done the same thing, just leaving Jonathan Tah and Schlotterbeck kind of holding in a very deep midfield position. Wirtz has just taken up. Oh my god! Wirtz there, a couple of step overs, comes in from the left hand side, and with his right foot takes a cracking shot, maybe 20 yards, 18 yards out, just on the line of the area. Fizzes it past the keeper. He's very lucky, very unlucky. They've spotted a weakness here on this keeper, I would say. They know that if they put the ball from his right to left, he's in trouble. Because they've tried it 3 times already, and one of them they've had successful. That's wrecked. Done. Minutes in, everyone. Germany 1-0 up. Looks like a beautiful playing surface. Where is this one being played then? Let me have a quick look. It's in Houston. In the Houston Stadium. So in Texas. It's very hot. The pitch looks beautiful. That is stunning work there from Germany as they move forward. And I think, who's that's going to be upset with that one? I think Musiala or Sane. No, it was Musiala. He's going to be upset there because he just played a lovely 1-2 with Mecha, who's already the goal scorer, who just didn't quite make his man when it came back. But if he had, he'd have been through on goal. This is a great start. That's what I will say for Germany. They're just having a few little wayward passes here. I hope they don't kind of feel like, that it's done, that they've already got it over the line, because they certainly haven't. You can use that link for any of my streams because I use the same studio every time. Right, so Germany just in so much possession. It's unreal. Yeah, but these little passes that they're playing, like Kimmich just did one there, went to play the ball forward and just it was so wayward. It was literally straight into the Curacao player's feet rather than to his man, which was over. And I think Sane certainly looks like he's getting a little bit frustrated because that's like 2 or 3 of them that have gone wayward, and it feels unnecessary. Feels like they could have done a little bit more to this point. And they've that's a foul they've done there. Just looking at the Germany jersey, by the way, the shirt for this season, it does remind me actually of that 1994 shirt that they had, which was a beaut. A beaut indeed. Curacao just seeing a little bit more of the ball now, not doing anything with it. I can't figure out if that's Germany just stepped off them a little bit. But no, so they've given away a foul there. Because there's 20 minutes in now, so they've done well. 5 minutes, they were 1-0 down, and I'd said, wow, this could be an absolute romp. and somehow they've managed to go through the next almost 15 without conceding again, which, you know, they'll feel really good about. Curacao here on the ball. Oh, very well played. You know what? Musiala's a great player. Right, I would suggest that Germany probably will be pleased to get this fucking hydration break, because having gone 1-0 up, they've made very little additional progress. A couple of shots, but if I were them, if I was their coach, I would have said by now, you should be 2-3 up, and this should be out of sight. And instead, we're hanging around and making really shitty wayward passes. Kimmich is seeing a lot of the ball out here on the right hand side, and I would suggest, yeah, they're switching over now. I would suggest the better movement from them is coming from the other side, and Wirtz, who puts the ball in there looking for Havertz and doesn't quite make it. But that looks like where the most danger is coming from this Germany side, for sure. Manuel Neuer, oldest ever player for Germany today at 40 years and 79 days. Christ, man. Excuse me. 40 years old. Good on him. There we are. They're in. It was a great tackle. It was a great tackle. A little bit of frustration there from Amecha, the goal scorer. In behind a Curacao player who was just shielding the ball, and he kind of just kicked in between his legs to free the ball. It's deemed a foul. Oh! Curacao on the ball. Oh my god, here we go! They've scored! I told you! I told you! What a mess from Germany. Holy shit. I can't believe what I'm seeing. So, I've been saying that for the last few minutes, right? They've just kind of get off it. I bet you they're looking forward to having that hydration break. And with that, I mean, there's my bet gone. I said 4-0. Fuck. Oh, well. You know, with that, they've just been off. They've just let go of the ball. They've made a few mistakes, wayward passes, haven't got it quite right. And then let me just see what happens here. So, it's not offside. I'm trying to look at who that is. So basically, their midfielder runs through. The ball is deflected. The ball is kind of saved, intercepted by the German, but it comes straight back to whoever this lad is that scored for. I think it's Comencia, number 8. Yes, it is Comencia, number 8. It's come back out to him, and he's you know, side-footed it towards goal. It's been a bit of a deflection off of a Germany defender, and they're through. And they're on the break again here, and that could be a penalty. Whoa, wow. Hang on, it's being checked. It's being checked. No, is it being cleared? I don't think the Germany player. So number 9 for Curacao into the box with the ball, and the German defender, I think it might be Ta, has just body checked him out the way. I've seen them given, and we're off for the hydration break, and not a minute too soon for Germany, who I imagine will be saying, how the fuck have we gone 1-0 up in this game, like we could score a dozen, to being 1-1, and just before the end here, potentially giving away a penalty. What is going on? Sorry, I've got my eye. There we go. Got it. Very bizarre. Very bizarre indeed. Advocat straight onto his players. So this hydration break. How about that, though? How about that? I tell you, that is something else. Did not see that coming at all. Well, I mean, I did see it coming during the game. I was saying the same thing in my stream. Sorry, guys, I'm talking to my group chat. If anyone wants to join my group chat, by the way, go to predictfully.app and then join it's one of the quests when you create an account there. You can come in and join our Telegram group. We've got like 400 people that just love talking about sports. So they're in there now going bananas about it. And I said, saying the same thing in my stream. Kimmich with several wayward passes. Germany suddenly felt very wasteful. Yeah, exactly that. 100%. Okay, as they come back out then, so that's 2 minutes done. It's a real shame that, right? Because you got Curacao, they go, so this is what I'm talking about football, right? You've effectively changed the game. You've changed the game by adding in a hydration break, okay? Now that hydration break there is not going to be the difference between this team, these players, performing well or not performing well. Like, they're elite athletes who should be super hydrated going into a match, right? What it's done is it's given American television studios the opportunity to sell more advertising. And now Curacao, who were completely in the ascendancy, will have their momentum bashed. And I put money on it now. Germany come out and they're like they were at the beginning of the first half. Bet you they come back out now. They find their shape. This is how it goes. It sucks. It really does. I believe Germany will score again. Oh, yeah. Absolutely no doubt about that. I just think these hydration breaks are so sad. Completely break the tempo and momentum of all of these teams. So yeah, Germany on the ball now, looking much more composed. I mean, that's 10 seconds with Sadio, not Sadio Mane, what's his name? Sane. Is it Leroy Sane? It is, yeah. Oh, well played. Well played. There's the ball on. Oh, I tell you what, that is a tussle. That is a tussle. There we go. Thank you very much. That will be Musiala will get a free kick. That will probably ought to be a booking too. But the Curacao lad there, one of the Bacuna boys, is that his name? Yeah. Leandro Bacuna. He was not letting Musiala have the ball there. They are up for it, these Curacao lads. So Kimmich taking a free kick from effectively the corner spot. But rather than taking it with his left foot and whipping it in, he's right-footed, so he's going to play it, fizz it across. You see big Kai Havertz there in the area. Big up. Oh wow, what a save from that Curacao keeper. Who's that at the back there? I think that's Schlotterbeck. Met the ball at the back. Great, tall, powering header. Number 15, it is Schlotterbeck. It would have hit the crossbar, actually, looking at it. But the Curacao keeper has just whipped it off and out for a corner. Substitute. And one of the dark horses for the tournament, Ecuador. I keep reading about this. They look very good, apparently. He'll come on for Havertz soon enough. Right, ball in from Germany. And cleared out, but back to their feet. Who is that on the ball? That is Sane. I'm not used to seeing Sane with this hair. It's not even him, actually. Who's that? 18. It's Brown. Number 10, Musiala. Musiala's very, very... So, another corner. This is the 4th corner since the hydration break. And fair play to Curacao. They are defending like beavers. But you know, they were in the ascendancy beforehand. It's a complete change round. You know, they've gone from being the offensive team to now having their backs to the wall. Another corner cleared out for another corner, or certainly a long throw. It's going to be out for a long throw, I think. Yeah, well, they're not taking the long throw, but they are going to whip that back in, I bet, in no time. Interestingly, Havertz is not behaving like a lone 9 and being the focal point, the target man. And I'm looking at it now, and actually, when the ball is out on the right or the left, and it could be whipped in, there are 4 Curacao defenders with not one German shirt amongst them, and all of the German players are on the 18-yard line. Nobody is hitting the box. They kind of are now after about 4 passages of play. Long ball across. Oh, wow. Ball prayed across the front of the area there, and Pavlovic had an opportunity to take a long, a driving shot from the 18-yard line. Just went into a defender, and they've cleared it. Another corner, 5th corner since the hydration break, 7 minutes ago. Kimmich has gone across to take it. He's going to take it with his right foot, so going to, you know, play it in from the left-hand side. So it's going to loop over the top, and I think they realised here that because they've got the height of Ta and Schlotterbeck, they can kind of like power over some of these defenders. There's the ball in. Exactly that. Oh, very good from the defender there. Just got his head onto it. And they've cleared it, Curacao. Oh, great clearance. Look at you, man. You've got... literally got a free player. Curacao had a free player on the right-hand side. And they've got the ball back again. Wow. Fair play to these lads. I don't know how long they're going to be able to play like this, Curacao, because they've just defended like their lives depended on it for 10 minutes. And now they break with such speed. They didn't quite have the men, but fuck me. Like, that was terrifying. Germany on the ball. It's this lad here, right? Who is this boy with the Valderrama-like hair? Number 21. Chong is his name. He's a nuisance. Great little player. Like, in and around everything. Pain in the arse for Germany. And Kimmich isn't picking him up very well, and he's breaking down that side. Breaking down the left-hand side. And the ball is just sticking to him. Anyway, Kimmich on the ball now. Sane saying, you need to move it quicker. He's slowing everything down. I agree, he is. Maybe he's just trying to kill the tempo a little bit. Oh, that was nearly a great ball fed through there for Germany. And they're back onto it. And here's this lad, Chong. He's fucked it up there, mind. Of course he has. I've just said he looked good. I feel the same about Norway. I've got a guy in my group chat who has just said that his dark horse for the World Cup is Norway, and he's excited to watch them play. I feel the same, and I think we'll get a feel for it very early. I'll say that now. I think we'll get a feel for it very early as well, because they've got France and Senegal, and if they get out of that group, they would have already played 2 amazing teams. Who's this twat that's come into my thing? Come on, United. In for Lewis Hall. I'll give you that. You've made me laugh. That is funny. I know you've obviously come in off the back of one of my posts. Well played. Do you know what? If you put 70 million up and he wants to go, take him. Like, I'll be gutted because I really like the lad and I think he's a great player with loads of potential. But if you're not going to pay 70 million... and you don't do it the right way by going to the club and getting the transfer before then approaching the player, like, then I've got no time for it. That's what they need to do. Referee there just got in the way. He knows he did. But that's okay. Cleared now. Right, I'll let that. Who's that? Abram McMahon. Fair play to you, mate. That's quite funny. They have a good team, but there is not much attention on them. That was Ecuador. Yeah. True. Then the United States is my pick as well. Based on the way they played on Friday night, I think USA could easily get to the quarter or semi-finals. But I think a team like France and Spain pulls them to pieces. So Curacao now on the ball. Taking a bit of sting out of it, actually. We're going to get to... Are we potentially going to get to half-time here? And it still be 1-1. Because I tell you, that is wild. And Germany will be pissed. I think they need to bring Big Nick Waltemada on. Great ball up to the Curacao number 12, who is Hansen. With his really cool, like, orange ponytail. Yellowy orange hair. Ooh. I like these guys. I like them. They're tenacious. They look tough. They look fit. They look like they are playing in the biggest games of their lives. And no doubt they are. So good luck to them, man. But they've certainly done themselves proud here. Potentially going in against the, what are Germany, 3 or 4-time world champions? I definitely know 3. You know, that's pretty good going, I would say, to come in 1-1 against them when it looked like after 5 minutes they were going to get torn to pieces. Germany just holding on to the ball now, holding on to possession. Oh, that's a lovely... So what they're doing is they are holding possession for a long time, and then when they move with pace, and it's very, very quick balls around the corner. Kimmich on the ball here. Same again. Lovely bit of play. All unlucky. And Mecha into Kai Havertz across the front of goal. It's another corner. It's another corner to Germany. Nice little passage of play there. I think they know. And Curacao every time. Oh, very, very quick corner. Why have they not let them take that corner? Why have they not let them take that corner? They need to make it. Oh, they told him they. I think that's wrong. I think they've just tried to take a quick corner while Curacao were getting ready, and I see no reason why that corner couldn't stand. Oh, well, there you are. The grass looks a little bit long actually on this pitch. Right, so Brown to take the corner in. He's on the right-hand side of the field. He's using his left foot. So again, the corners that kind of like arc in and on top of the goalkeeper and defenders. Germany definitely going to use their height here to try and get on top of it. There's a bit of a pushing match going on. The referee is telling both Germany and Curacao players to shut the fuck up and get on with the game. Good on him. I love to see it. Ball in. There's a goal. Oh, absolutely top draw from Schlotterbeck. Corner ball whipped in. One of those corners that fizzes in and the defender runs toward the goal and just pings it into the opposite corner. So he's run in to the right-hand side and pinged it to the left. Absolutely top. Top finish. Great defender's goal. Boom. Easy peasy. Completely in, unmarked. Goalkeeper didn't even jump, just stood there. Nothing. Couldn't do anything. Couldn't do anything. Defenders could have marked him better. But when you've got, I mean, what's that? 6 corners in 25 minutes? Fucking hell. Like, you know. Fair play to them. They've given it a good go. They're going to have to go again now. Curacao. They're going to have to go again, and I think they're going to find that tough. Germany will go on now, I think. Giving away a foul actually there, which I'm surprised about. Let's see. What else have we got going on there at the moment? Justice has said bum-ass Newcastle fans trying to force a rivalry again. Clout chasing at his fight. No, it's not. I couldn't care less about the rivalry. I'm just telling you not to be a prick. He's not going to go for 70. He's a 50 mil player with 8 to 10 million English tax on him. There's something in him wanting to leave because of how he's missing them. Wow, loads of people replying to those posts. Right, let's repost that one. There. Right. Oh, okay, 2-1 still, 40 minutes in. Lovely ball, Germany. Oh my god, that nearly found its way to Havertz. Oh, what's going on there? Great, well played, referee, letting that play on. I don't know what the Curacao defender was doing there. Very interesting. They are starting to pick at each other a little bit here. I think the Germans are trying to tricksy themselves around the Curacao players, and the Curacao players are not taking any shit. They are not intimidated by Germany's like stature. It's a great goal. I've just seen it again. German fans going bananas. Germany in possession. Ball out wide on the left. In to Wirtz. In front to Havertz. Just a bit away from him. That's not working, you know, with Havertz, in my opinion. It's just not quite right. Sorry, just laughing at my mate's group chat there where they've been through all the emotions following Germany. 1 minute saying Germany look quite good and then saying they look quite shit. I think Germany look alright, but I think they're making this harder than it needs to be. There we are. That's a great challenge from Wirtz. Fucking fantastic. Who knew that he was a demon like that? That's a great ball forward as well for Brown. Come on then, let's see a bit more. Let's see a bit more into Metja. Curacao crowd the ball quite well. So they're very narrow when they're defending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All 11 players straight back, and they literally group in the middle of the park. So it becomes quite difficult to play through them, but Germany have just won another corner. Interesting to see how many corners this is. I would say they've probably had 8 this half. If I go to stats, does it show me corners? Shots, corners. Well, it says 5. It's been more than 5, unless they didn't have any in the build up to the goal and stuff to begin with. But I thought they had a lot. So this will be 6, I think. But I would have said it was more, but I'm obviously wrong. Ball whipped in. I'd say straight back to Schlotterbeck as well, who's won another one. So that'll be for 7. Let me just quickly refresh that page. Let's see. Yeah, it still says corners given 5. It hasn't moved, even though I've just watched 2 happen. So I think that might take a little long to catch up. I think they're probably on 7. And they're aiming pretty much every time for Schlotterbeck, much like Newcastle United do with Big Dan Burn. He is the talisman when these corners come in. And here they go again. The goalkeeper kind of flaps at it, and they clear it for a moment, only to drop it back at Musiala, who has been classed. There he is again, pulls it back from the 6-yard area. Oh, and another. Oh my God! 2 clearances that have beaten the keeper from Curacao there. One of them from Sane, and I think the other one from Wirtz. Curacao defending here like nothing I've ever seen before. No, the other one was from number 5. It was from Pavlovic. So Pavlovic and Sane both having shots there. Everyone just kind of watching this thinking, when are they going to score again? 45 minutes played. They've just announced a 4 minutes additional time, which is not a lot considering there have been 3 goals. It gives you an idea of like what this half has been like, because it has been all football. It's actually been a great game of football to watch. Really entertaining. I like this Curacao team. Like, I don't expect them to do anything, but like, good on them. They're not rolling over. Here's Chong on the ball again, putting Tan under so much pressure, and he's won the ball. How has he won the ball from there? And he's making the break, and they get the ball up to him. Oh, that fucking lad's just taken way too long to get that. Such a shame. Bit of an overlap on here, though. No, steps in. Oh, there's just not enough in them there to penetrate again. But they broke very well there. Kai Havertz on the ball now. The ball gets moved forward by Germany. No, intercepted there by the Curacao defence. Back to the keeper, and they'll go again. We're nearly on 47 minutes, so that's 2 of the 4 added on played already. And yeah, really good to see. Who's this now in my chat? United clearly want Hall. Well, cool. I'd like a Ferrari. Is that another goal for Germany? It's a penalty. Yeah, penalty kick. Who was that? I think it was in Mencha again. Is that him? Yeah, 23. So Mencha got the ball given to him, skips past one. Curacao defender leaves his foot in and trips him. And they are checking, but it's definitely a penalty. 100%. Bit of a soft one, to be honest. Like, I don't think the player needed to go down quite like he did, but yeah, no doubt it's a penalty. Anyway, United clearly want Hall. Cool. I'd like a Ferrari. Hall clearly open to the move. Yeah, I'm sure the Ferrari garage would be really happy to sell me a Ferrari. The Athletic, okay, I do appreciate them. Ben Jacobs, the guy talks out of his arse. Romano literally does as he's told, and the Telegraph have all reported this. Yeah, they've all reported that Man United want the player, and that the player hasn't said anything. And so they've assumed that the inference is that by saying nothing, you're saying everything. It's bullshit, Kieran. It's absolute bullshit. Until Manchester United go to Newcastle United with an offer, and it'll have to be a decent offer, and that will mean that they won't be able to go out and buy another midfielder and another whatever, because they have to be careful about how much they spend. Let's not forget they're £550 million in debt. Okay? So they're going to go put the offer in, and then if Newcastle are happy with the offer, then they can accept it, and then Lewis Hall can have a conversation about whether he wants to get terms with them. But he hasn't said it, and it's a load of bollocks. Kai Havertz stood over the penalty here, waiting to take it. Referee having to stop the players move in. Boom. Oh, lovely. Lovely penalty. 3-1. I'm not going to come back here for the second half, I think. I'm going to knock this one on the head because I want to watch the Japan-Netherlands match. And I think 3-1 has probably put it to bed. And I did an hour beforehand talking about how much I hate Manchester United. Not really. I don't hate Manchester United. In fact, I was very clear and I said I appreciate Manchester United a lot. I would say that the way these fan channels and journalists are behaving is not the United way. It's like they're trying to bulldoze a deal through that isn't there, and they're being very, very entitled. You know, coming on this morning, who was it? Fucking Goldbridge and that other lad who I posted about, you know, coming on this morning and saying, let's go out and get Buana. Why have we not done it? He's, you know, he's young and he's at Lille. He should be our player. So entitled. Go get your player. You know, at no point did Sir Alex Ferguson take to any kind of platform and say he should be our player. We should get him. He should come to us. They went and did their business. It's half time. And when they did their business, they either got the players they wanted, which were in many instances, they were all fantastic players, or they, you know, tried to get Shearer and Gaza and didn't get them. And that was life. And when they didn't get Shearer and they didn't get Gaza, it didn't matter. Fergie went and found another player who, you know, and then won the fucking treble. So this is not the United way. The way these fans are behaving, in my opinion, is grim. And this is a non-story until it becomes a story. And the only way it's going to become a story is if Manchester United put their hand in their fucking pocket and go forward with a bid. And at the moment, no one's done that. So it's pure speculation and bollocks from people like Romano who are trying to drive a narrative because Lewis Hall got scandalously left out of the World Cup squad. This will obviously happen, though. There's nothing obvious about it. No, why is it obvious? It will obviously happen. What, do Newcastle need the money? I don't think they do, mate. They haven't got. If they sell him, they're going to have to go and buy another left back. We haven't got a deputy left back coming through. So what? We sell him for 50 million, and then we have to go and do what? Buy another one for 45. Well, that's fucking great business. He's got a 3-year contract. We don't have to do anything, so it won't obviously happen. United know Hall won't come cheap. No, he won't. It'll have to be 55 million, mate. Fucking Cucurella's just gone for 60 million. So if Cucurella, the 27-year-old, has just gone for 60, how is 21-year-old Lewis Hall at 3 years in contract going for 50, 55? But United and Jason Wilcox, by the way, was the fucking bunkest player at Blackburn. He particularly likes him and wants him. Good. I'm glad they want him. It's 70 million at least. Everyone will get what they want in the end, or at least close. Okay. United will obviously come in with an offer, you meant. Well, they didn't go in for an offer for Tonali, and now they've pulled out of that. They didn't go in with an offer for Elliot Anderson, and now they've pulled out of that. So I wouldn't go as far as saying it's obvious that they'll put in offers, because so far it's been a lot of talk from a lot of people and then not a great deal coming out from the club. And maybe the club are being a little bit more respectful. I wish the fans would do the same. No offense, by the way. Thank you for coming up and chatting with me. I appreciate you. I do. I honestly do. I like it when people come up and talk. But I don't agree. I don't agree. And I don't think that this is the way that Man United conduct themselves. And I'm disappointed in all of the narrative that's being driven. I think it's disrespectful to Newcastle United. And then people start saying things like, oh, it's the food chain. We're the richest club in the world now. We've just done 2 seasons in the Champions League. We've had a blip last year after we won our first trophy in 50 years. Like, don't go thinking that we're just going away quietly into the night. It might take a little bit longer than it was going to take, but we are here and we will be here. And that is inevitable. And that's not just me saying it through black and white tinted specs. That's me saying it as a fan of a football club looking at the budget and saying it will get there. And whether that's with Eddie Howe or whoever, it will get there. So stop being so disrespectful and talking about the food chain like that Anfield agenda prick did last season when Isak wanted out. Remember who you are. You're just Newcastle United. Oh, how did that go for you? 150 million signing. Livid today. Absolutely livid. Kieran, if you have followed me, I'll just go check on my phone quickly. I'll give you a follow back. And I appreciate you coming up and chatting. And good luck. Good luck. I actually, one thing I will say, and I genuinely mean, is that I don't think you have followed me. Fair enough. One thing I will say is that if he does want to go and Man United do come up with the bid and it does go through, good luck to him, because he is a class player and I will be sad to see him gone. He is top draw, and I hope if they do get him, they then go on to play him for 8 seasons and do everything they want to do with him. He is top draw. But if they don't just get on with it, then it ain't going to happen. Right, I'm going to make a move, people. This has been fun. It's half-time. Germany 3-1 up. I think they'll go on to win it. I want to watch... I was up watching Brazil-Morocco last night, and I want to watch Japan-Netherlands tonight. I think it's going to be a cracker. So I'm going to make a move. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kieran. I really appreciate you too for coming up and chatting with me. I will be... What will I be doing? Let me quickly share my screen. Boom. Let's change to a different one. Let's have a look at when I'm going to be hosting next. So, this is Twitter. Bit. Let's go to my section. So share this tab instead. Right, this is my app I built the other night on Base 44. $500 to $10,000 challenge. So it looks like I'm going to win my 60 cents, which is this one here. Germany to win. I put $20 on and I get $20.60 back. But the one I put on a little while ago, 4-0 to Germany, that's lost now, so we're not going to win that one. My live streams, who have I got? So Mexico, South Africa done, Brazil, Morocco done, Germany, Curacao. I'm going to drop it now. Back tomorrow for Spain, Cape Verde. Be really interesting to see where Spain are at. 5 o'clock in the afternoon UK. So if you're around, come join me. Be good to catch up. I'll keep you abreast of what's going on as well with this whole Newcastle player scenario we've got going on right now. On the other side of it, we've also got the young lad Munoz from Osasuna, who it looks like we've signed today. Really interesting part of that as well, because Real Madrid have put a 1-year clause in the deal, which basically says if he turns into a fucking killer in the next year, they have a free choice to buy him back at an agreed rate. So it's a weird one for us, because it's almost like we want him to play okay for a year and then have a banger the following season. But I don't want that. I want him to come out and be fucking top from the beginning. But Real Madrid clearly like him and they clearly rate him, and so they've put that clause in because he's still effectively... There was like a weird buy-on thing with them where I think they had the opportunity to add that into the deal. And I think Osasuna are also only seeing 50% of the fee, because the other 50% is going back to Real Madrid. So this young lad is clearly very highly rated. Apparently it's all but done. The terms are agreed with the club, the player wants to come, I think there'll need to be a medical, and I think it might get announced as early as tomorrow afternoon. So we'll have to see how that one unfolds as well. Hopefully a great replacement for Anthony Gordon. And if we combine that with a potential James Trafford goalkeeper signing, then I think we're in a really nice spot. There's a couple more apparently coming, and then we'll have to see if we can hold on to Lewis Hall, as well as holding on to Tonali. Manchester United now officially out of the Tonali hunt, but that doesn't mean that Arsenal don't want to come in for him, and I think he would be perfect Odegaard replacement. And they're also talking about Livramento maybe to Arsenal as well. So we'll have to see. Here's another one. God bloody hell, I've had a day of it today. Fuck's sake. All right, lads, give it a break, give it a rest, eh? Someone's saying here, can't wait to see Lewis Hall at Old Trafford. Well, good for you. I'm sure it'll be great there. I look forward to seeing £70 million in return, please, mate. Say 55 million one more time, I'm going to lose my shit. Cucurella just went for 60. So Lewis Hall is way more potential, way more sell-on value. 3 years in contract, only 21 years old. So get your money out, and then maybe you can have him. Sorry, I actually like you. I like you too, mate. That's all right. I've been grumpy today, and I've had a few fallouts with some of these fan channels. It's very good for engagement. I'll give them that. But yeah, I kind of would have preferred to have not had all the hassle. Anyway, it's good to have you all here. Thank you for coming and joining me. Right, I'm going to bounce. I'm not going to finish the second half. They're 3-1 up. I think they go on and kick ass. Yeah, Lewis Hall is 80 million worth, and I'd happily pay 70. Yeah, see? Someone talking sense. Someone talking sense. 21 years old. With the exception of Nico O'Reilly, who, let's be honest, is phenomenal also. Probably the best left-back England has produced since Ashley Cole. Better than Shaw, in my opinion. You know, he made Lamine Yamal look abject against Barcelona earlier. You think United can get him for 65 plus 5? Probably. To be honest with you, you know, I'm pushing for 70 because I'm a fan and I think they should hold out. They're probably getting for 60 plus 5, really. But he's worth way more than that, and it shouldn't be that low. Or in the background, look, I'm not going to be a dick about it. In the background, I realise he's not gone to the World Cup. I actually think people are being a bit disrespectful to O'Reilly when they're like, oh, he should have gone to the World Cup. If he was in the World Cup squad, then this wouldn't have happened. I think O'Reilly would probably have started anyway. He's just had a phenomenal season. But no doubt at the end of the season, he had a dip in form and he got punished for it by Eddie Howe. And that punishment included having to play 2 games at right back because Kieran Trippier was on his way out and Tino Livramento was injured, and actually being benched for 2 games, and Dan Burn playing at left back, and Dan Burn has gone to the World Cup. So look, I'm not a dick. It wouldn't surprise me if Lewis Hall is a little bit upset about it. But like, as a 21-year-old professional footballer, there are going to be times in your life where you do have a dip in form. And when you have that dip, you get dropped and then you get brought back eventually. And as Man United, I would have thought you lot would have known that more than anyone. Like, Alex Ferguson didn't give a fuck who you were and how highly rated you were. If you weren't playing well, you got dropped until you showed him that you were ready to play well again. So this idea that those 4 matches cost Lewis Hall his season and his World Cup is bullshit. Like, Thomas Tuchel's not stupid. He knows who his squad he wanted. And he wanted Jed Spence there because Jed Spence, he thinks, can play both sides. That's it. That's what's happened. And I think he wanted the bigger, taller, more athletic players. And I think Lewis Hall, for all his qualities, is probably still a little bit lightweight, actually. And that's one area where they could look to improve his game. But, you know, in terms of his sell-on value, 21 years old now, you stick him on a 5-year contract now, get 4 years through that contract, and you can probably sell him on for the same money, if not more. or you could keep him for another 4 years. So then you've had 8 years out of the kid, and he's still a £20 million player. So I just think, 60 million, fucking hell, just stump up the 70, and then that gives us the opportunity to go and find a £40 million player who will be good, like the lad at Bournemouth, and then still have 30 million in the bank, because we need to rebuild. We're losing some of our players that have been with us for a long time, because that's what happens. You have a reshuffle, you have a rebuild. Anyway, it's all fun, isn't it? Looking forward to the new season. I think Lewis Hall comes Man United. He is at the England squad till he retires. Yeah, I agree, man. I think he would have got there anyway. This was maybe a tournament too early for him. I think O'Reilly, honestly, it's a really interesting time for the England defence right now, because you've got Gay, who doesn't have masses of experience, but is obviously, up there as one of our best centre halves. John Stones is now coming to the end of his career. Maguire didn't get picked. Big Dan Burn is a versatile defender, but fucking hell, I worry about him if they're playing Portugal or France or Spain with the speed. Like he's lost that yard of pace. So he never really had the yard of pace, to be perfectly honest. So it's a really interesting time for our defence, and I think Nico O'Reilly is the left back. And if there is when you're thinking about the broader squad, you need to think about players, I think, who are more versatile, that would have covered more positions. That's why Jed Spencer's got in. I think Conser is a weird one, but what are you going to do? Not Conser, sorry. Who's the other lad? Plays with a Q. Fucking hell. I don't know his name. But I thought that was a weird one. I also think Jordan Henderson's a fucking weird one. I think you could have dropped Jordan Henderson and probably put Lewis Hall in. Lewis Hall did play centre midfield a couple of games. I think Tuchel is not thinking about that. Tuchel's sole objective is let's win the World Cup. And I don't think he gives a fuck about the future development of the squad, to be honest. He doesn't care about taking Rio Ngamoa. He wants to take Eberechi Eze or Noni Madueke, because they are effectively in the peak of their powers right now, and that's what he cares about right now. Do you think what's this one? And I think United will get him now or never, because he'll be 90 plus if he renews. Agreed. If he renews, gets a new contract with us, we'll have him for a long time. He'll be a lifer with us. And I also think if he stays, he's the kind of player, him, Lewis Miley, a couple of others, like they're the kind of people that we build a whole squad around. So interesting to see. Right, I'm going to bounce. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Appreciate you all. Take it easy. Bye.